busy glistening, glistening in. Why you ain't listen then, listen back then. Now you too much, too little, yeah, too late.
So I'm just going to start by priming my face with the Benefit Poressional primer. I've been using this primer a lot lately. It's just so good. For some reason right now, I'm not really into the whole like super matte type of look. I'm more so into like the more natural finishes. So this primer is super good, and it's supposed to like have like a soft it's a soft radiance primer to help minimize the look of pores. Now it's exactly the same as the Poressional one. I also love that one too, but the Poressional is just going to keep you a little bit more matte, and this one is just going to give you like more of a lightweight luminous finish, but it still does the same, almost the same thing. Okay, all right, so let's get into it. It wouldn't be right if I didn't use the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r foundation. So this is also like, I would say like a matte finish, but it's more of like a soft matte. The shade that I'm using today is in the shade 420. Now the first time I bought this, I ended up getting the 420, but then after like I wore it out and I realized, okay, this oxidized, I realized I could really do like a 410 or even a 400, but I'm just gonna use this up until it's done, and then I'll get a new shade. So I'm just gonna take my beauty blender. It is damp and it is clean, and I'm just gonna go in. I haven't used this foundation in a while. But you see how the undertone is a little bit orange? I mean, I could make it work. It's not like something that's terrible or anything. I could definitely make this work for me. So I just got all this stuff from Sephora the other day, and I actually have a haul coming up, and I'm going to show you all the stuff that I got, because I got a shit ton of stuff. And I apologize if you hear like the little like leaf blower in the background. It's not really a good time to be filming right now, or should I say it's not a good time for them to be blowing leaves right now, because I'm recording. And I am off today. I'm not really going anywhere, so this would be perfect to try it out around the house, so there's no mistakes. I don't want to have to like, you know, regret doing this. So a good tip is, if you are trying something new, try it when you're not going anywhere, when you're just in the house. You don't have nothing to lose, you know. Although this foundation is like full coverage, it is lightweight, so I feel like sometimes you have to do like a few pumps, like, you know, like at least 2 to 3 pumps to get like a really full coverage type of look. And sometimes I feel like this foundation, it covers mostly everything, but I do have a little like moles and freckles on my face, and a little bit of hyperpigmentation like on my chin area where I can see peeking through a little bit. But honestly, it's not a big deal to me. Once I add the other steps to my makeup, I feel like it kind of like goes. And now it's getting louder. I'm so sorry. But you guys love me, so don't judge. Oh my god. Okay. Whatever, we're just gonna ignore that. So the concealer I'm using today is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Concealer, and I got the shade 360 because I don't like a super natural like highlight. I like it to be a little bit lighter than my skin tone, because I know when I blend it in with my foundation, it's gonna tone down anyways. So I got the shade 360, and on the website it says it's like a soft matte type of finish. It's buildable. You can do medium to full coverage, or you can even do it super light. It's creaseless. It doesn't go into your pores. It's supposed to, let's see what else it says. Oh, there's also 50 shades in these, and the range that I'm in more of the tan range, and the number that I got. So the 360 is more in the tan range. So it's supposed to be soft, lightweight, long wearing. Oh, it's also supposed to be sweat proof and crease proof, and it is a medium to full coverage concealer. It also is supposed to conceal blemishes, darkness underneath the eyes, reduce redness and dark spots, and also it's 100% cruelty free, so that's another good thing. And yeah, supposed to give you like a filtered kind of like photo finish type of look, you know. And this is not like a first impressions honestly on this concealer. I've been using this concealer for a while, but I haven't used it on camera, and actually I love it. I love the applicator. I've never seen an applicator like this before, and this is what the applicator looks like. It's kind of like a doe foot on each end, so it's angled at each end, and I really like this applicator because it just gets right into like the tear troughs in the inner corner of your eyes, and especially when you're doing like your contour down the nose, it gets really nice onto there. It's really thin, it's precise, super good. So first thing I noticed when applying this concealer, it's very soft and creamy, but it's almost on that like medium type of thickness and that type of consistency. I love the shade that I chose. It's like perfect. And you don't, what I like about it is you don't need a lot. Like I apply it and I'll either like flip the brush to get more, and then I like to take the little point of the brush or the applicator and just like put it right in the inner corners there. It feels like very like creamy. I wouldn't say, it feels lightweight, creamy. I absolutely love it. So good. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see the texture of it, what it's looking like on my skin. I don't feel like it oxidizes. It's not like although it is like a soft matte finish, I feel like you can let it sit for a little bit as you're blending out without it drying out. If you let it sit a little bit longer, obviously you get more full coverage. So that's what I like to do. I like to sit for like maybe a minute or less, a few seconds, and let it kind of like warm up to my skin. Let it kind of like blend in, you know, get going, and then I like to blend it in. Get your beauty blender and blend it out. And I really like the color that I chose. Like, I'm sorry. And honestly, on the gondola itself, when they set it up, they have the foundation and then they have like the concealer that they think would be best for you. But obviously you don't have to get the concealer that's right next to it. Whatever shade that you prefer. If you like your highlight a little bit lighter, if you like it more natural, if you like it super bright, 2-3 shades, whatever you want to do, girl, go for it. And as I'm blending this out, I noticed like none of the product is like going away really. Like, you know, sometimes when you blend the product out it just disappears. That's not happening. And it's almost like, I wouldn't say like a dewy texture, but it gives you like a very natural matte slash dewy finish. I would say this concealer is good for all skin types, in my opinion. You could be oily, you can still wear this. You could be dry, still wear this. Anything goes. You see how beautifully that blends in with my my skin. It just melts. It's perfect. The undertone is amazing. But I did notice like when you zoom in, it doesn't cover up like this little area here. Just right here, like I noticed a little bit more hyperpigmentation, but honestly I don't really trip over that area of my face. I feel like that area is always like a little bit darker, just that one spot though. It's not like the whole area. So when things don't really cover that, I ain't really tripping, you know. It is what it is. I'm not gonna mark points off of that because, you know, I'm just not. Okay, now like for creasing wise, obviously I feel like anything under your eye area, it's gonna crease. Like that's an area that is constantly moving up and down. There's folds in there. If you have lines there, it's gonna crease. But what I'm saying where it's like creaseless, like I mean like on my actual face, underneath my nose, in my nose area, my chin, forehead, I don't see any creases. But like underneath the eyes, there's like a slight bit of creasing, but not too much. So you can see slightly here, there's a little bit of creasing, but it's not like anything major. For me, that's totally normal. Now I'm just gonna blend it down my nose. And honestly, with this concealer, I like to do my nose last because, like I said, it gives it enough time to kind of sit on the skin and dry down a little bit. So you see how I just put it down inside my nose without actually contouring my nose, and it looks amazing. I really love that. So that's good. And it is creasing a little bit on my lid area, but like that is normal. That has natural folds, natural lines. It's gonna do that. Okay, so the next thing I grabbed was the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Setting Powder. And this one is in the shade Banana. So this one comes in 8 shades. It's supposed to be light as air, photo soft finish for all. So this is also supposed to be creaseless. It's not supposed to be like cakey. It's not supposed to be settling in fine lines and all that stuff. It's supposed to blur your skin and give you like that instant retouch. You know, it also says apply with a powder puff setting brush. It says apply with powder puff setting brush to set foundation, concealer, and contour. Do I have a powder puff? Okay. Or does it come with a powder puff? Oh, it does not come with a powder puff. Oh, but look, okay, so I really like that it comes with a little, what is this called? Ooh, oh shit. Like a little sifter. So it comes with a sifter and it has engraved in it FB, Fenty Beauty. Or is this a sifter? No, it's not a sifter, sorry guys. This is like a lid. So I guess it's like a little cover. So once you open up your powder, when you're traveling, moving about, it doesn't like get over the place and you don't have all your powder spilling out. And honestly, the packaging is so nice. I believe it's like a plastic. Yeah, I think it's plastic. It's a plastic packaging. It's like almost like a silver gold type of lid right here. It's so cute. It's 28 grams, so you do get a lot of powder. This is a lot of baking powder, honestly. That's a lot. And then the little sifter that comes with it, it actually says FB engraved Fenty Beauty. This is like the little lid to put back on it once you actually open it. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour a little bit out onto the cap. And I'm excited to try this. I hope it doesn't look cakey. I saw other YouTubers using this and they said it's really brightening, so let's see. So now I'm just kind of blending out the creases on my eyes before I go in and set with this powder. And I'm actually going to use the other side of my beauty blender, not the side that I put the product on already. There is a scent to it. There's like a fragrance. Kind of smells like the foundation. Actually, it has the same smell as the foundation. I would say it's lightly fragrant. It's not as fragrant as the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Baking Powder. It's a little bit lighter than that. So, I don't know if you guys can see that. I feel like it's not like blending out like super good. If that makes sense. You know, like some setting powders, you could kind of like press it in and diffuse it. I don't feel like it's doing that for me. So maybe like the sponge would have been better. I don't know. Let's see. But I hope I could dust that off because it does look like a little cakey. Just underneath my eye area, like patchy. Set the lids a little. I'm trying to tone this down a little because, like I said, I don't know if you guys see that. It's a little patchy right there. So I'm going to try to dust that off. This side looks way better than this side. Like, you guys can see something weird is going on right here. Looks a little dry and textured. I don't know if it's just my skin or the powder itself. But I'm just going to keep on working. I'm going to wait till I'm done with the makeup and give like my final review. Gonna put some on the sides of my mouth here. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead, finish up with the rest of my makeup, give you my final thoughts. I'm also gonna wear this foundation, concealer, setting powder combo, and I'm gonna come back and give you guys like my final thoughts at the end of the day. See how it wears. That little cakiness that I brought up earlier, it is kind of going away as it settles into my skin, so I'm really not tripping right now. Alright you guys, so I am back and my makeup is all finished. I actually recorded most of this look and it's going to be on my next tutorial, so I'll have little pieces of this tutorial inserted in. I recorded 2 parts of this video. I also reviewed the Fenty Beauty bronzer. So on my face I have the Fenty Beauty Stalkr bronzer along with her Killawatt highlighters, not the new shades. I didn't get my hands on the new shade just yet. This is my makeup complete with the Pro Filt'r setting powder from Fenty Beauty in the shade Butter. So far, the setting powder, after I actually set my face and everything, it actually settled into my skin really nicely. It does not look cakey, it does not look patchy at all. I think it looks super natural. It's brightening. I didn't have to do too much. I love it. And also what I like about this powder, it doesn't make me look ashy. I know some powders tend to do that, but look guys. I feel like it looks super natural. I dig it. I like it. I rocks with it. Alright guys, so if you're looking for a new setting powder, a new concealer, definitely go get your hands out on the Fenty Beauty. I absolutely love the formula of the concealer. I don't know, it's something about it. I could just, even putting it on is so satisfying. Even if I don't need any more, I just love the way it glides against my face. The texture of it, the finish, absolutely amazing. Coverage wise, I don't look cakey. I look nice and like finished, you know. I don't look too dewy, I don't look too dry, like subtly right in the middle. Like I just love it, and that's all I have to say. Okay, so I'm out of here. I'm done talking. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and I'll catch you here another time. See ya. Bye.